The Axial red LED side markers that we have here today will be for all 2015 and newer owners who might be looking to freshen up the stockers while also adding some bright and stylish LED lighting all at the same time. Now the Axials will combine an automotive grade ABS plastic base along with that red polycarbonate lens and a string of high powered LEDs, all for right around the $50 to $60 price point. Installation is going to be extremely straightforward, gang, so therefore the site's going to call this a soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the old difficulty meter and maybe a few minutes of your time from start to finish. But if you hang with me for a bit, we'll walk you through that job later in the video. So this is obviously the red version here from the gang at Axial, which would make for a great choice again for the owners who want to freshen up maybe some cracked or faded stockers, or just possibly upgrade but without going wild in regards to appearance. Now, with that said, if you did prefer a more modified or aftermarket look, well then Axial and MP Concepts have you covered with a number of black or smoked options and even a few clear options currently here on the site that you might want to check out instead. But getting back to the red options here from Axial, and again, you can see at first glance, these things don't really appear to be remarkably different from the OEM reflector, and that will be partially true as you are getting the same kind of ABS plastic base along with a red lens on top, which is very OE or factory-like in appearance. But it's what's inside of those actual Axial markers that do in fact separate these from your run-of-the-mill Ford lights, and that is the full LED operation from tip to tip. Now compare that to the stockers and that single dated incandescent bulb in the middle, and that tends to result in a hot spot where again you're getting that kind of dimly lit marker right in the middle. That's not the case here. These guys are going to shine very bright and very uniform and just make for a noticeable improvement over those factory markers. Now this is one of those times, guys, where I'm going to strongly recommend going back and checking out A, the customer reviews, but B, and more importantly, those customer submitted images. And this way you'll get a better sense of what I'm talking about with basically the tip to tip lighting and just how much brighter these guys are compared to your factory markers. Now those LEDs have been fully sealed in that ABS housing, and best of all, they do feature a very easy plug and play installation. So no wiring, no modification needed at all. But like we said earlier, we want to give you a better idea of how these are going to go down on your S550 at home. So without further ado, check out our detailed walkthrough right now.
So the first step of this install is going to be to remove the factory side marker light. You don't need any tools for this. You just got to reach your hand up in behind the bumper and push on the little lock tab. Once you push that in, the light will pop right out and you can disconnect the light bulb. So let's get started.
All right, so now I'm just going to push on the tab and put a little pressure on the back of the light and it'll pop right out. And then I can disconnect my light bulb just like that.
Now we have this out on the table, you can see the little tab that I was referring to before. But now we got to remove the light bulb. You're actually going to turn this to the right to remove the light bulb socket and then pull that right out. Once you have that out, you pull the light bulb out, set it aside. All right, and now you can just plug in the new light into the light socket, just like you would a light bulb. And then you're going to tuck the wire in and lock it into place. Now we're ready to install it on the vehicle. Now we can plug in our light, clip it back into place, and you're all set to go. And that's it. And that's going to wrap up this review and install for the Axial red LED side markers. Thanks for watching, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.